When you think of Elba, you think of Napoleon and of holidays. In season, tourists are ferried to the island off the Tuscan coast on the hour, every hour. They seek out the beaches, the forests, and the picturesque towns. Its most famous guest, in exile here 200 years ago, still remains, Napoleon Bonaparte. Swordfish and tuna are just some of the delicacies on the island, as well as confectionery and plenty of fresh vegetables. Due to a bountiful sun, the hills are perfect wine country. September is harvest time. Francesco Porro works on one of the island's most famous vineyards, but his real passion is music.
In giubba di fanfara, il pesce nella bara. Ma io non posso amarti, o pescatore.
In the capital, Portoferraio, time for an early afternoon snack.
Allora, bimbe, ora si fa colazione, si spacca come di dovere e come da tradizione la stiacciunta.
Esagerata, ignoranza, che ignoranza.
La stiacciunta è meravigliosa perché l'ha fatta Antonella.
The schiacchiunta, a sugared cake, is a local speciality, just like Adriatico, a sweet wine from grapes cultivated on Elba. Sergio's daughter Teresa is taking a group of children around Elba's national park. She used to take tour groups here and now wants to teach children about the plants that grow in their native surroundings.
Poi che altro che si vede?
Questi due.
Queste invece, guardate un po', che ha fatto una fioritura. Che pianta è quella?
Spinerazze.
Spinerazze le chiamate qui?
È un peperoncino.
È una ginestra. Zitti, ho finito, L'ho scritto tutto, Giulio.
Teresa loves being out in nature with the children. To earn some extra money, she works as an animator and also takes on the occasional odd job. And at 6 a.m. the next morning, Francesco has made it onto the fishing boat with Moreno, his singing teacher's brother. They want to catch octopus that will be prepared hunter style. Francesco is once again singing.
Il pesce nella bara, venitelo a vedere.
Aside from the small forests and the towns, Elba's main attraction is its beaches. It's late summer, so the sun loungers are freeing up once again. Only a few miles from Dubrovnik, along the Dalmatian coast, lies Mljet. The island lies on the southern tip of Croatia. Untouched natural parks and beaches with space and freedom. That's Mljet. A large part of the island is national park. The locals live with and from the sea. There's an array of family recipes for the endless supply of fish and seafood. Ivo Zshren was born here. After finishing his studies in Zagreb, he came back to Mljet.
Nama je cijeli život I sve aktivnosti manje-više ovdje vezane uz more. To je zapravo ono što mene veže.
Ivo's wife Martina is originally from Zagreb. With their 3 children, they live in the very middle of the national park. The Zshrens are already out on the water with the first rays of sunshine. Ivo and his father collect the nets every
Ok, vidimo se, bog.
Ever since he was young, Ivor has been gathering sea salt. The winter storms crash the waves into the rocks of the southern coast, leaving seawater behind in grooves and hollows. In the dry summers, the water evaporates, leaving fine layers of salt. Fleur du sel, salt crystals of the highest quality.
Mi kad smo išli na ribolov, znači otac, djed i ja, onda bi se uvijek neko iskrcao skupiti tu sol. Međutim, meni nije bilo jasno zašto se ta sol kupi ako se može kupiti u trgovini. I oni su me uvijek zezali da se ta sol koristi kako bi mi ulovili više ribe, da bi se stavila sol ribi na rep, da se tako ulovi malo više ribe. I onda meni nije bilo jasno to dosta dugo što je da je zapravo to šala, da mi tu sol koristimo za konzervaciju ribe. Bog.
Boko.
Evo sol.
Soli, bravo, odlično. Baš mi fali 10 komada.
Ima i ribe za brode, tako da.
Ajde, super.
Možemo napraviti brode od crtila. Treba li ti pomoći?
Ne treba, hvala.
Ok, ocu je zapela vršak da mu je pomoć izroniti, tako da vidimo se kasnije.
Može, dogovorimo, vidimo se, bok.
Ivo and Martina want to sell the salt as a traditional island product. It took Ivo a year to perfect the packaging idea in a specially designed dishcloth.
Pa mislim da je ideja odlična, ne samo zbog nekakve prodaje soli, već oko cijele priče, oko Mljeta i tradicije. I, znači, mogu naučiti jako puno i o ljudima koji žive i o načinu na koji su živjeli i isto tako kušati dio te naše tradicije.
Ivo plans to sell the parcels to certain delicatessen shops on the mainland. Mljet is the largest island in the Dubrovnik archipelago. Thanks to its abundant nature, it's considered one of the most beautiful islands in the Adriatic. Even the Apostle Paul and Odysseus were stranded here. Apparently, this is where the sea nymph Calypso held the Greek hero prisoner for 7 years.
Pa prvo to je mit. Znači, uopće, ona je ta legenda o Odiseju, mislim, to je, znači, još priča iz stare Grčke, već tada uopće, znači, ne mora znači da se dogodila. Ukoliko se dogodila, mislim da je velika šansa da je to bilo ovdje.
The trench in front of the cave is the perfect location for the fishing nets. Ivo has been diving here since he was a child and knows every hidden nook and cranny. At 20 meters, he finally finds a broken net belonging to his father. It got caught and damaged, luckily for the fish that managed to escape. Dubrovnik, one of the most beautiful cities on the Mediterranean coast. Every year, millions of tourists take in the old city walls, ramble through the narrow marble alleyways, and admire the churches, monasteries, and palaces. Dubrovnik is considered the center of South Dalmatia and the cultural capital of Croatia. Today, it's also Ivo's goal. With all its tourists and shops, Dubrovnik is the perfect place for Ivo to gauge the reaction to his salt packages. He hopes the postcards that also come in the cloth will attract visitors to Mljet and its natural park.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan.
Ja sam donio jedan proizvod s otoka Mljeta,
Dobro.
kojega mi radimo.
Ok.
Pa bi možda bio zanimljiv da ga prodavate kao svoj suvenir, odnosno proizvod.
Dobro.
Radi se o cvijetu soli. To je brošura u kojoj su razglednice koje se mogu koristiti, znači kad ste na godišnjem odmoru tako da pošaljete nekome. Prikazuju zapravo nastajanje soli i sam cvijet soli kako se kupi i piše nešto o soli, o našoj tradiciji i tako. E pa da, drukčiji okus i sve.
Odlično. Znači ovo dolazi u paketu.
Da, to je kuhinska krpa koja ostaje kao trajni suvenir.
Aha, i ovdje ima...
I to je kuhinska sol koja ima 125 grama.
Aha, odlična ideja.
Znači-
Hvala na prezentaciji.
Super, sviđa ti se.
Oduševljena. Odlično.
Biće moji sretni doma kad dođe.
Odlično.
Rhodes is the fourth largest Greek island and is a tourist hotspot. In summertime, the beaches are filled with holidaymakers. Until Easter, however, locals have the island to themselves. Here, Easter is the most important celebration of the year. Afgoulis, Easter pastry, is being prepared, and rifiki, traditional roast goat. Germanos Polychounis is a jack of all trades. He's a fisherman, keeps goats, has olive trees, all together with his wife, Tsabika. It's fun, and it's great working together. Tsabika and Germanos often cook together. Some of the fish they keep, and some of it they sell. Today is Good Friday, 2 days until Easter, and is a major celebration where the whole family gets together. After Easter, the holiday season begins, and 90% of the locals battle it out for the business brought in by tourism. When the days get warmer, Tsabika and Germanos live in their beach house at the far end of the cove. When Germanos and Tsabika built their house on this part of the beach, they were the only ones here. Now the town is expanding, they receive regular offers to sell the property. The couple wouldn't dream of it. This is their refuge, and where Germanos created his own little miracle. There was no soil here, only stones. I had to bring the soil here. One day, I said to my brother, "Come and help me with the work." He said, "Just because you're crazy doesn't mean I have to be crazy." He never came. But I always believed that one day lemon trees would grow on this beach, and I was right. Archangelos, the small village they're both from, has grown over time and through tourism, now stretching all the way to the beach. Hidden behind a hilltop, the historic town centre is being engulfed by more and more new buildings. In the late afternoon, the locals of Archangelos are getting ready for the Good Friday procession. This includes even those who no longer live on Rhodes. For Easter, everyone comes home to celebrate together and see friends and family. Climb up. Higher, bend it into shape. Michalis makes sure everything runs according to tradition. Even the epitaphios, the icon used during Holy Week, is decorated. It will be carried through the streets in the procession. At night, the whole town gathers in front of the church. For the burial procession, the locals walk through the streets with their decorated epitafios. It's Saturday evening. The highlight of the Easter celebrations is getting closer. Whilst the fire is burning in front of the church, everyone is waiting for the Easter message to be announced at midnight. Christos Anesti, Christ has risen, and Lent is over.